education is the key. You have to educate yourself.
All right, good morning and welcome.
Morning.
Once again, say good morning to Mr. Rodea, our guest career speaker for today.
Morning.
And now in Spanish.
Buenos días.
Perfect.
Yes.
And we have Mr. Rodea. Can you just say good morning and introduce yourself?
Yes, good morning. I'm Luis Rodea. I'm a real estate and insurance consultant, and I'm here to, share my story, share what I'm doing. Hopefully, I can inspire you, and have another option for you to think about it, what you want to do when you are growing up. And I'm here to answer any question you have. If I don't know the answer, I will figure it out.
Perfect. Thank you. We'll go ahead and get started with our questions.
Welcome to Junior Men's Hispanic Heritage event. My name is Shaylee. What do you want to be when you were a kid?
Well, when I was growing up, my dream job or dream career, it was to be, believe it or not, I want to be a soccer player, right? I want to be a soccer player, and that was kind of my dream. And I did everything that I need to do. I was participating and representing my school, in high school, college, and also going to clubs, but the resources, financial resources in my family, they were not enough. And also the pressure on my parents to complete my college, it was too much there. So I had to complete my college. My bachelor degree is industrial engineer, and I completed. I couldn't do both, and I will explain you later why. But that was kind of my dream job when I was growing up. I was able to complete my college, industrial engineer, and go from there. So I'm proud that my parents were pressuring me and do my college and everything. So that's what I did.
Tell us about your family and upbringing.
My family and my what?
And your upbringing.
Okay, my family. Okay.
La crianza.
Yeah. Okay. So I have my parents. I have my brother and sister. I'm the oldest. And my own family that I create, with my wife. I have my wife and two kids. My daughter is 18 years old, now is in college. So actually this time is first semester is in London. She decided to go abroad, and she was not afraid to go out there. I'm going to explain a little more later probably, but growing up, I mean, both of my kids learned Spanish and English, so now they're bilingual. And during the high school, my daughter learned French too, so now she can speak 3 languages. My son is bilingual, speaks Spanish and English as well. He's 14. He just turned 14 on October 3rd, and now he is in 8th grade. So next year is going to high school. And my wife, married for 22 years. We got married in Mexico and then moved to the United States. He graduated from MBA, and American company offered an opportunity to work in the United States. And we talked about it, and they said, well, just go for 2 or 3 years. And legally came here, and I couldn't work at that time, so she can work, and I didn't speak the language at that time, English. So that was my first task, homework, to learn the language. So yeah, but this is about my family. I will probably tackle what I did later.
Okay. Tell us a little about the work you do.
Okay, well, as I said before, I'm a consultant in real estate insurance. Real estate basically is these buildings considered real estate. Your home is considered real estate. Commercial is real estate. So basically, I help people to find a home or selling a home, or there are some investors, that you're talking about financial. Sometimes people have money and they buy properties and they rent the properties, or sometimes they create another businesses. So they need a place where they can place, their own business. So I help these people to find those places. As well, insurance. Everybody needs insurance. Your car needs insurance, your home needs insurance, life insurance, health insurance, and then later, after you are 65, Medicare, right? So I help people to find what is best for them, right? So that's kind of my job. A little more about my background, how I came to do what I'm doing right now is once I finished from my bachelor degree, the first company I went to work, it was an insurance company called Mafre. Mafre is the biggest company in Spain, but it was in Mexico. And I was a appraiser there. So basically I went to the body shops and negotiate with the body shops those cars from our customers and third party to be fixed. So I negotiate how much they will cost to fix it. And that's what I did for the couple of years. Later, I was promoted to two different other roles, a supervisor, a manager, and different parts of Mexico. And then after that, that's when we moved to the United States. That's changed everything, right? Because I couldn't do exactly what I was doing before in Mexico. So first I have to learn the language because I didn't know the language. So I had to learn first the language, educate myself. And one thing that I will repeat this several times here is the education is something that nobody can take from you. Education, you move from here to China, Japan, wherever you go, and if you are educated, that's something that cannot take from you. So I educate I after learn the language. 2 years later, after I moved to Mexico to the United States, I started my Master of Economics, and once I finished, I went another master in administration, which is called MBA. And then started, finding my ways to. I had the passion for helping people, insurance, and so when we're talking about passion, that's one thing that drives you, wherever you want. Because if you don't have that passion, it's hard to accomplish, your goals. So you have to have that passion. You need to find yourself why you are passionate about it, and go for it. Because that will, that will help you to achieve a lot of, barriers, in your way to your goal. So hopefully I answered your question, or more than your question.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Ronald. Who or what motivated you to work towards your goals?
What motivation is basically my family, and also the customers, the clients that I have in front of me, right? Because they are looking for help, Nobody is expert in everything. So that's why we choose a career to help people, right? So in this case, that's what motivates me, because when I'm in front of a client, a person, a friend, they're looking for me because I'm the expert. So I will help them, create, keep all the information that they need, and at the end they will make the decision to which they prefer. Sometimes it's based in the financial, sometimes it's in the preference, sometimes it's what they really need. But my job is to provide all the information to them. So, for example, when somebody is looking for a home, we can look different homes, and we can, can be based on sizes, could be in location, could be in price, but at the end of the day, I provide all this information to them, and then they will make the decision, right? The insurance is the same, right? So I create, information in price, in size, in coverage, and they will, at the end, they will make the decision. And if I can help them to make a decision, I will provide my feedback, right? So, but that's what makes him, motivated. And also at the end, if they are happy, I'm happy, right? So that's why I'm doing that, and for my family as well. I want them to be proud of me, what I'm doing, helping people, and also provide food for my family.
What is your biggest challenge with your job?
Right, a good question. It's prioritizing. There's a lot of things that we have to do, want to do, right? So for example, sports, school, family, sleep, So we need to, for me, and I think for everybody needs to be prioritizing, what I have to do. So it has to be in my calendar, it has to be everything that I need to do. And sometimes this has to be a balance, because we cannot do everything in one day, but you have to prioritize, okay, this has to be done today. And in my case, it has to be in my calendar. It's not my calendar, it's not gonna happen, okay? So it's important to have the balance, If you put too many hours at work, somebody's gonna suffer, with less hours, like, go to go to do a sport, or sleep well, or your family, or your friends, or your video games, right? So it has to be a balance. If you put so much time in video games, your homework is gonna suffer, your friends, your family. If you put so much work, hours, your sleep, your friends, somebody is gonna be taking less hours. So prioritizing and balance, that's the challenge, for me, because I want to, be doing exercise. I want to be with my family. I want to sleep well. So one thing that you need to take in consideration is that you have to sleep well. It's like recharge, right? So if you have this camera and you don't put a good battery, it's gonna die, right? So the same with you. You have to sleep well, because your body needs to recharge. And believe it or not, there is a lot of illness over there that is proof that if you don't sleep well, that you're gonna get sick, right? So you have to recharge, and so that's why it has to be a balance and prioritizing, what you have to do during the day.
What is your most rewarding about your job?
Well, I think I mentioned before is having a happy client, at the end of the day, making that I can help, to make them to the right decision. And if they are happy, I'm happy. But besides that, when you help somebody and that person tells, other friends, other family, and to work with me, that's rewarding for me. That's the best reward that I can have, because that means that I did a good job, somebody's happy, and they are happy, and they recommend somebody else, to work with me. That's the best reward for me, that somebody can tell, that I did a good job. Sometimes people, they don't tell you that you did a good job, which could be very nice. But sometimes when people send other clients, they don't have to tell you that you did a good job. But if they are recommending somebody, that means that they were happy, right? And also for my family, again, is that's my rewarding, right? So making a productive day, when I spend time with my clients, what I'm doing, and also with them, that has been a balance as well. So that's my rewards.
What does Hispanic heritage mean to you?
Wow, a lot. That's one of the things I'm here, because that's what mean is the opportunity to share my culture, my language, my food with everybody, right? I mean, we don't have to have a specific heritage, month to do it, but to be recognized, nationally, that month for, Hispanics, that is giving an additional opportunity to share, our tradition, our culture, and also be proud of them, because many years ago that we had to hide, our language, our culture, because we were afraid to do that. But now this means that now we have to be proud of what we're doing. We are our culture, our food and music. So, and also with our kids. In my case, my kids, that's another opportunity for them to be proud, and that's what it means to me. Also, one more thing is that to be along with other, Hispanics, to share, to make a team. So that's the best opportunity that I can have.
What words of wisdom do you have for future generations?
Could you repeat one more time, please?
What words of wisdom do you have for future generations?
Oh, wow. This is a tough one because, but I have a couple that I will share with you, and one of them I already shared with you is education. So education is something that nobody can take from you. All right, so you will hear a lot of things, outside about, in social media, or people that they are, promoting products and, making money without any education. Yes, they are making money, but at the end of the day, at some point, education is the key. You have to educate yourself. And nobody will take from you that education. So take the opportunity right now that you are young, that you can learn, and you can learn another language, because when you are young, you can learn whatever you want, because you don't have any other worries. You have your family, and they provide to you all the tools. You have a school here. Teachers, so take advantage of that, because the day that you are right now, today, it will be different, in 1 year, 2 years. So you have to live the present right now. Take advantage of education. Take advantage of your family. Sometimes, your parents, good friends, teachers, they are trying to help you, and sometimes they are over you, but it's not because they want to burden you. It's because they are wanna help you, right? It's I give it to my kids. I'm not telling you this because I want to, burden you, upset you. It's because I want to help you. If I don't love you, I don't care. But if people is taking care of the time to, give you an advice, and help you, take that opportunity. Okay, don't be granted that you will have that help forever. So that's kind of my two advices I can give you. Hopefully that helped.
What great advice as well. Thank you for that. We do have some time for questions, either from our virtual audience or the boys and girls here at Westgate. You can raise your hand if you have any questions for Mr. Rodea.
Spanish or English? I can take both.
Spanish or English? Well, while they think about that, I have one for you. Is there any specific cultural tradition or practice that your family does that you could share with us?
Yes, of course. Yeah, growing up, I was Christmas. It was kind of my biggest, holiday day, because that's when family get together, share food, music, piñata, and they were together. Besides celebrating, baby Jesus, was born, but also family was there sharing, the love, the food, everything there. So it was kind of a tradition that is still keeping, going. And there was, at that time, there was just some dishes that they were just cooked at that time. So it was also another reason to celebrate, because, bacalao, right? For example, there's one of the dishes that I love, and my mother was just cooking at that time. So that's one of the traditions that we celebrate. We sing, Christmas carols, and that was kind of the spirit, to go, and we're still keeping that. So that's kind of one of the things that.
You're speaking my language now with food. What is your favorite food?
Yeah. Oh, wow. I and my family and I will try to eat everything. We are not afraid to eat, anything.
Try different things.
Different
Why
things.
not?
That's actually, every week we're trying to eat something different. And my kids, are growing in that way, so they are not afraid to eat anything. So my favorite food, which is now, like you say, Christmas is like mole, is one that is made with different spices and chili, and that was one thing that is favorite. You make it with enchiladas, maybe some of you may know the term, but basically it's a tortilla, fried tortilla. You put the chicken inside and you put, salsa, which is called mole. So that's kind of
You're making me hungry.
I know,
Thanks
I'm
for
hungry
that.
too.
So I have any other questions out there?
We have an online question.
An online
actually.
question.
They would like to know what your favorite book is.
Ooh.
Book. There's one book that helped me a lot, and I read that like 2 or 3 times. I'm gonna try to translate that because the author, the ones that is writing that book, actually, I read that in Mexico, but it was from United States. The author is Leo Buscaglia, and the name is Amar Querer, maybe.
You could just say it in Spanish.
Okay,
too.
it's
Yeah.
basically it's love, live, and yeah, I don't know, querer is the same like love, but basically that book is thinking about different ways to love, and not everything is gonna be perfect, but you have to think about the positive way of any occasion, right? Sometimes things happen for a reason, If I'm stuck in the traffic, maybe it's stopping me for having an accident later, or so just thinking about what the positive way, sometimes things, in a closing, when I'm doing a contract, sometimes it's late in something, but that helped me, to do other things, I was afraid to do it at that time, or give me a little more time to prepare something. So just thinking about the positive way in any occasion. And that book helped me, I read that and I give that book to several people, because it helped me a lot. So that's my favorite
Love
book.
and patience is what
Yeah.
you're telling me.
Yeah.
Good lessons to learn. We have a question over here, yes?
What's your favorite animal?
Oh, that's
Oh.
a different kind of question.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten that one yet.
Yeah, I like the dolphins, and I have the horses. Dolphins like it because they are very intelligent animals. They are hurt people, and they are free. They can go wherever you want. And on the earth, here, the horses, the speed. I like the speed of those horses. That's why.
I think we have one last question over here. My friend in the pink sweatshirt.
Do you go to Mexico to see your family?
Oh.
Do you go back to visit?
Yes, thanks God, we had the opportunity to go once a year during the Christmas, pretty much. And sometimes our family also coming, once a week. Sometimes during the pandemic they couldn't come, or we couldn't go. But yeah, I'm blessed, to go at least once a year to there.
Well, we know that family is very, very important to you, but I have some major takeaways as well. And I'm sure that you heard that out in the audience as well, that education is something that you can use anywhere. Anywhere you travel, anywhere you go, and it's certainly something that nobody can take away from you. So you're here in school, right? Work hard, do your very best in everything that you do. I can tell your passion is helping others in many, many different ways. So thank you for your service to our community in helping others. I also can tell that you're an expert in your field. Your clients, I haven't met your clients, but I can tell from the way that you speak about them that they trust you for the advice that you give them. So thank you for that. And probably one of the biggest ones that I take away for me is to prioritize. Life is busy, right? Lots of homework, and we have so many things to do, but we have to make sure that we do what's important first and finding balance in all that we do. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for now. And then we wanted to thank you so much for coming out. Can you give them a big thank you? Give him a big thank you.
Thank you.
And now in Spanish.
Gracias.
De nada, it was a pleasure to be here. Muchas gracias por tenerme conmigo, aquí con ustedes, y hope you are taking something from this presentation. Okay, have a great day and be good.
Be good. Perfect.
Yes.